What's going on, freelancers? It's Beautiful Dust here with another Anthem video, and today we've got some new footage from IGN on the Storm Javelin, showing us some brand new abilities that we haven't seen before. Let's check it out. Starting in January, we are seeing new information come out about Anthem through IGN first. Today, we saw a video released detailing some more specifics about the Storm Javelin, and I wanted to take a quick minute to go over this new information with you. First up is a change to the Storm's ultimate ability. Now, we saw this in the previous IGN first video. The Storm's ability used to call down an elemental orb that would create status effects, and there was one for each element, and once you called down all three, you could call down meteors on top of all of those locations to finish it up. This has changed. Now we call down an elemental orb that causes status effects, and immediately that meteor is summoned and brought down. I think this is actually a cool change. This is going to make it a lot easier to deal with a pack of mobs, knowing that once you trigger that ultimate, you can move on. It's going to disappear, and you can look for another pack, call down that next orb, the next one, and then you're done. I'm okay with this change. I actually think it's going to benefit gameplay overall. Next, we're going to move into gear. Now, we've seen some of these before. The frost shards are in this video. They are seeking projectile that is on a quick recharge. You have 10 total to fire, and it is a primer ability, which means that you can stack on a status effect. You hit an enemy with just a few of the frost shards, and they are frozen and primed for a detonation. Now, upon detonating this ability, you will create a combo effect, and now we know that the combo style is how we're going to refer to the different effects of the different javelins on detonation. The combo style for the Storm is called chain style, and it will actually chain that elemental effect to other enemies around the detonated subject. We knew this already, but it's cool to know that they're actually calling it combo styles. A second ability in this build was Lightning Strike, which we've seen a lot of footage for. It is an AoE lightning damage effect with a detonator ability that you can use to spread that status effect with your Storm. Nothing new here, just the same old. But this next build is new. This build was focused on raw damage for higher level content where the Storm's low armor and low agility might be a factor. This build used two abilities that we haven't seen footage of yet. The first is Burning Orb. This is going to be a fast-firing fireball that you can also charge up to release a devastating blast. It has 5 charges total, and it only consumes 1 whether you fast-fire or charge. This is going to be your high-damage ability. Now, this was coupled with another new ability called Flame Burst. This releases a small, modest damage explosion on a fast recharge. This is used to clear weaker enemies who you don't want to waste your fireball charges on. This had 5 charges as well, but it recycled a lot faster than your fireball. It's good to know that the Storm can have a raw damage build as well as status builds. Originally, it was kind of looked at as the status Javelin. It was going to apply your status effects, set people up for combos and detonations, but it's good to see that it can actually hold its own in a raw damage battle. Now, there has been some feedback from the community regarding the recent gameplay that's been released. It's all been very ability heavy. There hasn't been much weapon use, and people are starting to wonder if the game is so focused on abilities that weapons are just secondary. That's clearly a factor of the builds they're using. Depending on the perks, the masterwork perks, the legendary perks on your weapons, and the inscriptions you're using, there's going to be builds that are heavily focused on weapons to keep that cycle going, whereas there's some, much like the builds they're using in this video, that are purely focused on using abilities with weapons as a secondary. That is it for the new information on the Storm Javelin. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications for more Anthem content. Let me know in the comments what you think of these changes and the new information, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
If you're looking to lord over the battlefield, unleash devastating elemental damage, support your team with well-placed tactical abilities, or just look like a badass space wizard, the Storm is the Javelin for you. Thanks for watching. If you like that, be sure to check out our 15 minutes of gameplay featuring the Storm, Colossus, and Interceptor Javelins in action. And stay tuned for more Anthem exclusives all month long as part of IGN First.